undisclosed location. This is your host, Tanky, and today we are going to be starting something new. I won't get back to Tsushima and Heart of the Swarm and balance it out with this new game, but this new game is Rogue Trader. For those of you who don't know about Warhammer, or this particular Warhammer concept, a rogue trader is a person who, in the name of a kind of dead emperor, is fighting for is fighting to is searching the galaxy to colonize and loot and trade and basically keep the wheels of commerce of this horrifically monstrous empire going. Oh, crap, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, photosensitivity. Oh, and here's the Writ of Trade. Lord Captain, long-lost worlds filled with unknown perils, deadly enemies, ancient mysteries, and British accents await you. Bring the word of the Emperor to the Kronos Expanse or die trying. Take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over the trade protector, and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodlines of Von Valancius as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without, as countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of the shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the Von Valancius dynasty, currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigue, calamities, and heresy. The stakes are high, and the risks even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Kronos Expanse. But the rewards are worth it. I think I might play the rogue trader a bit mercenary. I think I will go with normal. Go with a custom character.
Fire the lance batteries.
I like her. We
need to investigate.
Gaze upon the powers of the veil.
I'll mention this triumph in my memoirs.
Okay, Voidborn, let's see what's that. Voidborn humans are birthed in the belly of a void vessel or aboard an ancient orbital satellite. Those who have lived their lives on void ships become inured to some extent, and due to the reality-altering process of warp travel and to living in low or zero-gravity environments. In many cases, their features are drawn and their skin pallid. They may even have minor deformities or a strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that sets them apart from others. On death worlds with plants, beasts, and even the environment itself takes aggressive and destructive forms inimical to human life. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many death worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. I think I like Voidborn, honestly. Yeah. Commissars of the Officio Prefectus are ruthless officers charged with maintaining morale and discipline and fighting spirit of their Astra Militarum regiment. He used to be one of these faithful servants of the God Emperor, a living symbol of imperial authority, regarded with a mixture of fear and awe by their subordinates. Officer. Officers inspire their comrades in arms and grant them additional opportunities to impact the course of battle. The officer keystone ability is Voice of Command. That increases an ally's characteristics by 5 plus 2 times officer's fellowship bonus for 1 round. Ally effect and by this ability can be targeted by the officer's other abilities from any distance. Crime Lord. The Imperium survives and prospers in no small part due to the narrowness of its vision, but a rebellious mind and will such as yours could not be so easily constrained. The dark paths of smugglers and renegades that wind behind the facade of the Imperium society offer a dangerous refuge for those unwilling to bow to the law. He used to be one of these dangerous yet resourceful individuals. That's interesting. What does perception do? Actually, you know what? Crime Lord sounds interesting. You know what? Not sure. This is why I'm running, okay? I won, but Okay, let's go with Grim Portents. I fuck around and I find out quite a bit. Let's go with that. Operatives use intelligence and perception to find and exploit weaknesses. Let's go with you. If I'm a crime lord, then would I be... I think I'd be an operative. Yeah. So. Fellowship. Yeah, I'm a wheeler, I'm a dealer. Okay, Sword Class Frigate is a classic void ship design, proven in thousands of battles. Ignore every single battle I fought in Battlefleet Gothic, where they instantly blow up. Proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Yeah, no. 1.6 kilometers in length, 0.3 kilometers abeam at the fins, 6 megatons, and 26,000 people. The flagship of Valencia's Von Valencia's flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to the Von Valencia's dynasty. Every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested innumerable engagements. Its weapons and turrets deliver hard-hitting volleys. Plasma drives are rugged yet reliable, In extreme conditions, the flagship's size and maneuverability are perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders and for hunting countless pirates, Xenos, and heretics in the Coronae expanse. Yubi! Numerous Von Valencius rogue traders have acknowledged the exceptional performance of this vessel, and with a few minor updates, the flagship has continued to faithfully serve the Von Valencius dynasty. Firestorm-class frigate is a modification of the Sword class designed to deliver fire strikes against larger enemy ships not shying away from engagement, and it's with a superior opponent. You know what? My dude.
Lay in the course.
My dude, let's just say this. My dude is a very... She's a rogue. She likes to sneaky sneak. And she likes to run when things get tough. But this guy... This guy isn't as good at running. So this is... This is a, This will clash with her personality. Let's do it that way. Any key. Okay, let's see how this begins. Servant skulls. Why is the frame rate so shit?
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
You are in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about current events, influence the character you are speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. Okay. Yep. Got it. I think I'll just... So, I want to know who he is. I think, though, and my character would want to know who he is, but I would also not want to directly ask the question.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor. to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Okay. This is cool. I can hover over highlighted words. And I am not going to give away any information about myself.
My regards, mistress. Or should I say, von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
So. What? I'm not going to be direct, but let's ask about competition.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
He already kind of told me why we were brought aboard here. Master of Whispers, I'm assuming that means spy. Should I ask him, though? Yes.
Put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers
Yes.
who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Okay, let's ask
I
that.
would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back.
Okay,
Especially
he's
not on
loyal.
board her ship.
At least
No one
loyal
knows
enough
better
to
than
not
I that whispers are
be-
wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that Her Ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora.
I don't trust this.
I imagine you
Power
have
is not
questions
given for
your
free,
patroness,
especially in the
and
Warhammer
I'm
universe.
sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencius desires to personally meet with the person recently brought aboard her flagship. A storm is brewing over the dynasty, so the Lord Captain has something important to share with her heir, if she ever gets the chance.
Follow my lead.
Camera controls. Interactable objects. Some objects in the game can be interacted with in a special way. They are marked with specific icons. Some icons allow you to study objects, others will transfer the character to neighboring locations or launch a small event. These icons become visible when your character is standing close enough to an interactive object. Click left mouse button to perform the associated action. Some interactive objects, such as doors or chests, are not always marked with icons, but cursor changes when you hover over them. Hover your cursor over the object. If the cursor changes, the object is interactable. Massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value aboard a starship. Crew members hard at work and bowing their head in fear and avoiding even looking at you. If I see you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to... Oh, servitization. That's not good. That is very bad. I heard the Seneschal gave the senior officers another public lesson down recently. I don't know what it was for this time, but Mercurian would latch onto any slip-up as an excuse to give someone an earful. Have you heard? Apparently the lower decks got a big influx of new blood after the last on-world resupply. Is there some pestilence spreading through the crew, and that's why we had to make up for the shortfall? Last time it was blue leprosy that crawled our ranks. Lay people interfering in the operation of the sacred mechanisms disturbs the machine spirit. In the name of the Omnissiah, refrain from any further profane acts. Greetings, my lady. The sacred mechanism has been interfered without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Incomprehensible information is displayed on a large screen above the cogitators. You can make out references to unfamiliar systems and worlds among the numbers. Tech litany for machine placidity is required. The warp jump was surprisingly uneventful. That one a couple cycles ago now. That was tough. The delirium took hold of so many, and the witch was up to her own tricks again. How long do we have to wait for an audience? How many days has it been already? Okay, Okay, this person likes to keep people waiting. Oh, servitor. As you approach, something in the servitor's body begins to hum, as if in response to your presence.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
That's a fucking tank.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Ow!
Annihilate them!
I'm on. You've been ambushed, the battle begins. You'll have to face far enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. Since tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system. Oof. Oh. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Select the cell with the highlighted area and double-click left mouse button on it to move the character there. Movement points determine how far a character can move on their turn. One movement point corresponds to one cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2 movement points. At the beginning of a turn, movement points are restored to their maximum value. Action points. To make use of abilities in combat, a character must spend action points for... Okay. Attack. First click on the single shot icon. The amount of damage your character deals depends on the parameters of weapon they are using. The effectiveness of the shot depends on the distance between the character and their enemy. When you target an enemy with a single shot, you will see 2 areas denoting weapons' effective and maximum ranges. Certain abilities in the game are considered attack actions and can be only used once per turn unless affected by specific talents.
Already done. Nothing I can't do. Not a problem for me.
Oh, come on. Torrential sentry gun, constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Suits my purposes. All too easy.
For the glory of the
Haha!
Imperium!
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Should it? Or is it going to cut off our escape?
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Fires and servitors' heads are still smoldering. It would seem the cause of this malfunction was short-circuiting of the motive force. Violent alloy turns out to be handcrafted objects. Symbols are carved with a primitive tool. Black shard resembling obsidian. If you look closely, you can earn a strange, barely perceptible glow inside the artifact. Massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles. This could be Slaneshi, this could be Necron. I have no idea what that is. Stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hue, as if someone had captured a piece of turbulent sea within the rock. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Exhibit is unfinished. Lehman Russ battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Fortes Catan. Okay, no tinkering with void locks. Are you going to attack?
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Survey the room or listen in silence. I think I'll survey the room. First impression of Edelfrod, about 30, a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundle of massive sinew, implants, and bone, nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over its physical form. In stark contrast to Edelfrod, Theodora von Valencius's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in the status between her and Edelfrod. Behind two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer, impeccable bearing, who is studying the contents of his data slate. And the other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Okay, Xenos. Lore. There's two lore options. What do I want to do? Okay, I'm manipulative.
Trying to apply familiar methods to a new problem? The criminal underworld of Calixis is a far cry from a savage borderland planet.
The criminal underworld of Calixis? Lady Theodora, I must say, your taste in company is rather exotic. Or do you see this as an opportunity to weed out the heresy among your progeny and sever the rotting branches of your dynastic tree?
Let's... Let's go with number 2.
Among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Maybe I should have gone for one of the lore answers.
So, why are you here?
Let's go with 3.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Let's go with 1 in a vague sense.
Yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Is that so?
Yeah, I want to know what
technomats
the
were
servitors
careless
were up
during
to.
maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Okay, I think you were in on it.
Lady
Why?
Theodora,
But
for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
okay.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Oh, okay. Chaos cultists.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Surrender to the dark powers!
All combatants act in turns, and their order is determined by initiative roll. Okay. Oh, I go fourth. No. Do I go fourth or fifth?
For now.
Oh.
My ears are ringing. Reduced to dust.
Stay vigilant. Death to the heretics!
Oh. Damn.
Death to non-believers!
Brace yourself,
Death to
Abelard.
the weak!
I'll live another day.
Okay, cover. So this is XCOM now.
Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes. You didn't stand a
Nice.
chance.
Okay, my character has just landed a critical hit. 150% of their normal damage by default. Effects and abilities can talents, effects, and abilities can increase it. And certain weapons have their own critical damage stat.
Not a problem for me.
I bring ruin.
Nice!
Worse battles than this in my time. One fewer target.
Break their morale!
Out of my way!
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do. I don't have time for this. Already done. Nothing of value has been lost. All too easy.
Follow my lead. Die!
I serve the
Right to carry this one.
Haha! Nice.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Pistols and shotguns are exceptions.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What is happening, or what are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Massive golden structure never stops moving for a moment. Light bounces off the orbits and figures representing celestial bodies. Okay, where am I going?
It's about time.
Its body is riddled with holes. Single improvised single shotgun. Okay, there's Mort.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
I'm curious.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable.
Okay.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
Okay, I hear and obey.
Move out! Mort, come.
I understand what can go wrong with psychers. A whole fucking lot.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Oh, yep. Okay, he's the traitor.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest.
She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber, and for that, I need her breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here.
Okay, so I'm gonna get
You have
bled.
the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Yeah.
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Okay.
Wretched. What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's curse. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion.
Now you're gonna kill me anyway.
But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Blade flashes into dim light, and you hear drops of blood appear on your palm for a brief moment. You know what? I'm gonna fight this shit. Oh. Let's examine the device. Carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as a material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar. You suspect this might be some kind of architect relic. Okay, does that help me? The servitor on the gate begins to move with a screeching and groaning of metal, leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp, metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing mysterious symbols on a green background. Oh, the voices that fill into your head after your voice wounded you with a blade do not go away.
Did you forget something? I suggest...
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, I do require assistance.
Request accepted.
Haha!
Initiating defense
Suck it,
protocol.
Voitvir. Suck it, Voidy.
There is still another way.
Victory awaits!
Enormous gates match the importance of Thing Fate and protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon them. Unite and reclaim what was lost. Oh, that's actually kind of inspiring.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Okay, call for help.
Faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating.
Oh, so this is my little buddy now.
Mobile unit standing by. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
As the game story unfolds, you'll see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. Journal entries can help you keep track of current events and guide your character on their journey. The Quests tab tracks the progress of the main story. Here you can find information
A new challenge for me.
Okay, seal the warrant chamber.
Mistress? Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this? What? Oh, holy God, Emperor.
Yeah.
I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Mistress, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora. Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism.
Okay.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Old entries can have... Okay, so... Characters...
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let me help.
Thank you. Now where were we?
Okay.
We must act.
Oh, okay.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
No, I wasn't
The
supposed to
lower decks
search
are
for the
teeming with
weapon.
heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from
Oh,
scattered Vox
bridge and
casts, we
engineering
have
bay, that's
no
not a good
information
thing
go
to
on.
lose contact with.
But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. I am no helmsman, or God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last
so you're
shreds of his
speculating.
humanity as we speak. If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the warp. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign.
Or we
myself
could
to
have a
such an
very
outcome.
long time to live, and it would not be fun for us.
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Vox cast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Oh, is she also corrupt?
During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way,
Oh yeah, that's
the sanctum
bad.
must be bathed in the energies of the immaterium. Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death. Lady Theodoras. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects,
okay.
you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward.
Feel my wrath.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Okay, combat begins with the tactical phase. New companion is a warrior. He specializes in melee combat. Charge.
A tactically sound approach. Someone else can do this. I'm not interested.
Chaos guides me. Ah! Chaos guides me.
Let's see how they respond to this.
Nice.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Death to non-believers.
Idiot.
Indeed.
Didn't stand a chance.
I will do my duty.
Suits my purposes.
I've suffered worse. My place is at the fore.
Okay, you can advance. Each level offers your characters new progression options. Okay. Um, Let's have him be a healer for now. Defeated enemies have no further need for their belongings. You can discover valuable trophies among them. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see what they did or didn't respond well to, but hopefully, yeah, they died.
The navigator sector is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not too late.
Oh, we might be too late.
And so she will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Mistress, watch your head.
Are you okay?
Indira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
Are you going to hurt us?
This is Indira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Phalanthus. Indira?
Oh. Yeah, this is a CRPG. This is my first time playing it, so I have no idea.
Drunk old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls.
Yeah.
I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays.
Oh my god, yeah. If I'm seeing this, what is she seeing?
Standing. Who is it? I have no answer. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear.
Oh yeah, also, I got infected with a chaos entity.
But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud.
Okay, Indira, let's help you get the voices away.
And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then.
Oh, so
we finally meet.
You know about us, but we don't. You know about me, but I don't know about you. Okay.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelsrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the
Yeah.
war, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelstrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Yeah. Save ourselves. Exit the warp first, then...
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
Just... How do you know who I
You
am?
think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen
You could not
I have seen
laugh
the
like
footsteps of
that.
your past and the wounds of your heart.
Oh, she knows about the thing inside me.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the engine Seer Prime is...
Yeah, he's dead.
Without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest.
It would be nice to get you talking sense.
Or cook from the middle decks. Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Yeah, not my favorite tea flavor.
But we're not just going to
Prefer
stand
green
here and
tea
take it, are we?
with lemon.
The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe
Or
one
liberty.
who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Yeah, let's,
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, that's nothing.
What advice do you seek?
Should I divine our next step? Don't beware the eye of the witch.
Your Emperor won't save you! Out of my way!
Fuck. Okay, she's a psyker. Analyze enemies is an operative ability. Suppose... weakness.
Will do.
Oh! Oh, that's nice.
But of course.
Okay. Abelard's protected. %.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Not a problem for me.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Haha. Nice.
At your beck and call.
Okay, he's not entirely dead.
It will
Brace
be
for
done.
impact.
Let's get to it.
Haha!
Here we go.
I know what is to come. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits on its cheek. The creature's eyes are shut, with two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
How do we help him?
Your time is short.
Time and short to do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with millions of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but his fists stop abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purplish swelling around the eyes.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Fuck.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. and wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run.
Okay, what do we do now?
We'll only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Ethelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespaidas, good luck. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you, my dude.
We shall prevail.
Navigator's Sanctum is the private haven of the ship's guide through the warp, and a death trap for anyone left inside it after translation into Immaterium.
Follow my lead.
Do. 96, 97, 100. Oh, we're in a chapel. Oh! That guy was T-posing!
Your ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light. My Emperor!
The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you.
Oh, can she tell that I got a thing in me?
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
Yeah, he's right.
Very well. We may leave it at that, for now. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Let's
Sister
ask.
Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Massacre, my lady. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air.
God damn it, Nurgle.
Going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lady, be on your guard.
Okay.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
It's about time.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
I will deliver furious retribution!
Here. What's that?
Crush the feeble!
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
way!
Oh, oops.
Anything else?
Okay, full cover, partial cover, blah, 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 blah.
Suits my purposes. Nothing of value has been lost.
For the glory of my masters!
Okay, so she's a ranged weapon.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, more of them. Fuck.
I refuse.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Victory is one fewer target.
Okay, that's nothing of interest at the moment.
Brace yourself, Avalon!
Let's warn him ahead of time that we're about to do this.
On it. What an unfortunate
My
turn
ears
of
are
fate.
ringing.
Anything else?
All too easy.
Nice.
guides me.
Rejoice in battle! I'll do it.
Oh, that was disappointing. Fuck.
Field medicine at its finest. I'd rather not. That's not the Seneschal's job. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Okay. Strikey strike.
Cover me!
Was
Be gone!
Haha!
But of course.
My tactics are flawless.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Cozy seating is completely destroyed. Pieces of furniture and splinters are scattered everywhere, and and stains cover the floor and upholstery. Titles and offers are printed in gold and spines of books. The library contains works on Imperium theology, law codices, biographical sketches, and chronicles of the greatest military conflicts of Coronus expansive Calixus sector.
None shall stand in my way.
Cogitator is silent.
Excellence matters.
Okay, about to make a test. Tech use skill tests. Determining by roll a D100.
A new challenge for me?
Ha.
I'm always ready.
Okay, you get...
Someone else can do this. I'm not interested. I'd rather not.
Where do I put this?
That's not the Seneschal's job. I'm not interested.
I rise to the occasion. I did fine.
Wait, I thought that restored the power supply. Okay.
I better myself through the service.
Follow my lead. We must act. I tire of idleness. Let's move. I won't tolerate weakness. Done.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Benches and even the cogitator, torn from its proper are stacked in a rough semblance of a barricade.
None. Stand.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's going on? Roar of flames rings in your ears, and the choking makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms into a raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see the figure walk out of fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valencius.
Lost, my heir.
Okay, this is bad.
Apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready?
Okay, warp spawn.
I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. But the answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart. If you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Huh. What are we going to do here? Walking through the fire sounds like a dumb move. Heretical seems also very dumb, but Iconoclast doesn't help any. Doesn't... Oh, fuck me. Oh, You offer Theodora your hand, and the air around you seems to tighten, becoming thick and viscous, enveloping you and your companions in an impenetrable veil. Theodora smiles at you. Her radiant, piercing blue eyes suddenly remind you of Voigtver's.
I will show you the way. Go on. Close your eyes.
none of those choices were good. The third one was probably the least bad, let's be honest.
I'm restless.
What? What is this place?
Numerous valuables and
My
trophies.
mind is clouded with darkness. Emperor, lay your hand upon our brows and guard us against the morass of heresy.
Numerous valuables are carelessly strewn around. Seems whoever did not give the items any serious thought.
I'll lay claim to the stars. It's about time.
Sarhung fragment. Okay. Parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years.
I'm always ready.
Murder scene. Theodora von Valencius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare?
Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
Two.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Yeah, I'm not sure. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead and spraying on the floor and the furniture around with blood and brain matter and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been in a split second quicker than he. Or had some other advantage. He leaned closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto-pistol shot. Extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-splattered parchment and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. It is difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object on the floor and that fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. Handwritten letter. Reports, document, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon one document that is starkly different from the arrest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. Esteemed Theodora, a change in circumstances has demanded your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Forthwith upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you are to depart for the Reichad system. One of my acolytes, Interrogator Heinrich Sven Alex, operates there at present time. Oh, we're dealing with the Inquisition. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide him passage into the Furibundus system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will remove himself from your presence to await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress that the nature of Interrogator Van Calix's activities on Reichad Minoris is of no concern to you. If required, Van Calix himself will disclose the details of his mission. May the Emperor's light be with you. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed to Theodora von Valencia signed it with the seal of one of the Holy Orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp. I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad. And what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul.
A warp
That's
flask,
for sure.
I'm thinking.
Tainted witchcraft. Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
What is that? Bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes.
We'll find you soon enough!
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust! It will be done.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Nice.
Already done.
Okay, so he's... oh, heavily damaged.
Doubt is for the weak. On it.
Farewell.
Okay. That's a lot of corpses.
Anything else?
Oh, nice.
Enjoy your luck while you still draw breath.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty.
Not a problem for me.
I was kind of hoping that would kill multiple of them.
I'll do it.
Fuck.
Will do. Anything else? Be gone. But of course.
Indeed.
Absolutely not.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. You going to cover?
Discern the future on the battlefield.
One seems interesting. Rapid reload seems very good, honestly. If there's reloading, then I want to be able to do it quickly.
I rise to the occasion.
Horrific version is a product of warp energies that permeates the bridge.
Follow my lead.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Let's kill him before...
Traitor! Right when we needed all forces to deliver a decisive blow, you stepped aside. Do not even try to claim that my vox casts did not reach you. I sense the mark of the warp on you. An echo of the powers that are ravaging this ship. What is it? The aftermath of the terrors that you had to face? Or an admission of guilt? Perhaps. The God Emperor knows this crew is infested with corruption as it is.
Honestly...
Let us leave this conversation for another time. Master Edelthred, it is with great sorrow that I inform you that Lady Theodora von
Dude,
Verlansis is dead.
The dude's doing something. We gotta stop the sacrifice.
What? You? This is your doing.
Master Edelthred, no! We have remained in each other's sight ever since we broke free from Kunrad's schemes. The Lord Captain was killed by another's hand, and by the Golden Throne. I can surmise whose hand it was.
No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
Yeah, let's never give up, never surrender. Wow, that took you a long time, dumbass. Can see Conrad Voigtver and clearly in the gloom of a bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
That complicates things.
Quietly, alongside one who is a traitor to her blood. If my last service to the Imperium is to rip out the throat of an enemy of humanity, then such is the God Emperor's will.
Are you talking about me or Voigtver?
A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead.
I knew it wasn't him.
That can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh, Demon of Siege.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Chaos Spawn. No idea what's a lot of these things are doing. Okay, killing those guys.
Nothing I can't do.
That is not my destiny. What is this foreboding? I'm not so sure. What an unfortunate turn of fate. Was
Okay.
you or
Chaos guides me.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Nice.
I've suffered worse. It will be done. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Death to non-believers!
All too easy. Already done. Nothing I can't do.
no can do? Will do. Be gone. On it.
Okay.
It's nothing. Ministration is a holy task.
Just a minor setback. I will do my duty.
Suits my purposes. Not my specialty. Nothing I can't do.
Nice.
All too easy. Already done.
I know what is to come. Anything else? Was that you? Or...
Brace yourself, Avalon.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
The healing is much appreciated.
Doubt is for the weak.
But not by much.
I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Fuck. Why are you missing?
I'll do it.
Someone else can do this.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do. All too easy.
What are exploits? Okay, exploits increase damage.
Anything else?
Pain cleanses the body. My soul shall become like fire. Blessed be the hand of the healer. Faith without deeds is worthless.
At your beck and call.
Nice. Okay. That was a tough one. What level am I? 4. Oh, that's interesting. Let's do something about the demons, okay?
The air.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Your word... Yep. Promise of things getting better is a surefire motivator. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You can hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under distress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Yes, I do.
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, mistress. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. And please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Okay. On it. And that is how I became a rogue trader captain. The image before you is hazy, swaying in the sorcerous currents invisible to the mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath its thin shell is constantly changing while still trying to remain the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true real nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in an otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. I wove the threads of destiny and held out my hand to you when the flame arose in your path. You took it, and in doing so, sealed your fate.
Yeah.
In the future, you will repay me for this boon in full.
Resonates and merges with voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same calm that has finally invaded your mind.
I am the beginning and the end, and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph. For this triumph is the terminal point of every
Okay, you're a demon of siege.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Okay, I think we might be chaos.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destiny. irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Yeah, I'm working for Chaos now.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Yeah.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live.
Okay.
The deed is done, mistress. My apologies. I meant to say, Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost.
Yeah.
Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. At the cost of many sacrifices made by the Lord Captain in the name of her own ambitions.
Oh boy. Well, I'm playing as a villain, but... it's the Warhammer universe. That's sort of... it's very hard not to. Open the Cargo Manager screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship, the amount, the types of percentage of cargo being filled. On the cargo you can see details about the items in each cargo slot. If you need to use an item that is already packed, move the item back to your inventory. Cargo is needed when trading with merchants. You will meet them soon. Oh, come on. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, and this will also be their first briefing, we sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Okay, no, we have not tracked down Voigtveer. all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors, but frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. Appears, yep, deliberate, targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given the informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. Okay, agenda. Report on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. Yeah, we almost destroyed the entire ship. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system which we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your ladyship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Okay, summon the officers. Dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention, officers. You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Amelia on Valencius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Okay, introduce those present. Okay. Tall, slender woman, whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Victus Seriata of the Telemann line, our new Voxmaster. It is an honor to serve your ladyship. Aboard this vessel, you have at the command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between them as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Okay. Beside her is Ravor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain, and monitors the void around us, to ensure we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with a pale, almost transparent skin, large, dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. Any more grief, you mean? Lastly, our high factotum Anrist Anrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material and well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your ladyship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery, the Infernus Master, whose crew works to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Drive Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests mechadendrites. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets and the Von Valencius Protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Conrad appears treachery. I will deliver a report to your ladyship on the astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so. It is equally regrettable that two more individuals worthy of mention could not come to the meeting, the Master-at-Arms and Reverend Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert, the ship's confessor, must see to funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for the Reverend to take leave from the chapel. And Mr. Sauerbeck, who has replaced her late predecessor as her Master-of-Arms, is currently helming the search for any agent of Voigtvader who might have survived. All others present and our adjutants, secretaries, and deputies are here to make a record of the proceedings. Faisal Nalzi. Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next deputies expired in the line of duty. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Excuse me. High Factotum. We are toiling night and day to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your ladyship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members. Well, okay, so we have 24,000 remaining. And unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, who are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Reichhead Minoris. However, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the winter-scale rogue trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the rogue traders. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he installs as governors on his planets. Okay, we may need to run, so what do you got for us? Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engines entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that Engineer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained a part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of sacred protocols that equals the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. Helmsman Ravor. Right you are, Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound more or less, but our Engineer Prime and the Navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. We tried to set so much as a toe inside the warp. I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. You know what? Those seem like optimistic guesses. Your ladyship, if you will allow me to interject. When we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocol and conducted account of all available communications in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Fox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. True blessing from God Emperor. Sharp bolt of pain and glances through your skull as if in response to what you heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation into real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the weaver and destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. Master or Helmsman Ravor, if I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up the asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go around the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethean and supplies last, and if any thick as rock shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't worry on that score. The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? And comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It's as if a dam has burst inside him, and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins, every second officer's dead, and now we've got a Green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to Void knows where. Silence! The bridge is magnificent, and glass panes seem to tremble under the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers, seize the mutineer. Only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, and that's not at all bad. Your ladyship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. But besides find a replacement, that is. For we already have one lined up. Let's be nice. Cease your sniveling. You disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough. The hysterics are over. Let us resume. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is the picture of shock. What happened seems to be dawning on him only now, in the knowledge of the fate he'd so narrowly escaped. Okay. Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. Okay, current sector. We are in the Rykad star system, and our voyage here was undertaken by orders of your ladyship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. The Rykad Minoris itself is not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface of the that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities. The situation is not very encouraging, no fucking shit. But without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and Navis Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on. Abelard, your ladyship, there is one other thing. Confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship back here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You are perhaps wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Kronos expense. Yeah, I came across the note. Yes, quite right. Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich Sven Kallax, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system. You must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult, indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Reichen Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your ladyship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of Von Valencia's protectorate. Abelard gives you a scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. Idra, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. But Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Your ladyship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn. The ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell, but if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? No, not yet. Oh, I think she might find out who I'm talking to. Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions. I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. Okay, this seems like a good place to stop the game, because my throat is dying. And until next time, have fun and take care of each other out there. Good night.